Hey everybody, Jed Demlow Productions from Nashville, Tennessee, coming to you on a Tutorial Tuesday. I've recently started teaching my youngest daughter, Kristen, who is half of the Steel Ivory duo here in Nashville, female duo. I'll put a link to their stuff, shameless plug right there for my daughter's group. And as we're learning things, I realize that there are a lot of things that I do in my daily work and production that I just take for granted that a lot of people probably don't even know about or understand. So I thought I would just go ahead and take the time to start going through some of this stuff and making some tutorials to try to help everybody out there that's using Studio One. And one of the things that I use every single time I make a production are called markers. Now, you can go up here and you can turn them on and off right here in this little box. If you click on that, you can see where you can come down to marker and you can turn them on. And it always gives you a start. It starts right at the very beginning. Now, what I like to do is I always like to start my my intro at measure 3. So I'll always do that. I like to have the auto align clicked up here so that you can set it to whatever you want, like a bar or adaptive. I'm just go ahead and set it to bar. So now it's going to click. It's going to go directly to the closest bar every time I click there. So it'll do that for me automatically. So I'll click on 3. That's where I like to start because this gives me 2 measures in case I change my mind and say, oh, I want to have a little cymbal swell, or I want to have a little drum intro or fill, or a little guitar intro. I can just go and put that in there quick. If you start at 1, then you've already limited yourself. So it's a good idea to give yourself 2, 3, whatever you want to do. You could go 6 measures if you wanted to, but I always start at 3. That has always seemed to work out good for me. So anyway, I'm going to go to 3 here, which, as we can hear, is where this production started. And this is a Songfinch production that my daughter and I, Kristen, did together. Okay, so if I go to my computer keyboard here and I just hit Y, that will put a marker in for me. And if I double click on it, I can then name it. And I'm just going to say in. That's short for intro. Okay, and we'll go to here. So right there at measure 5, it was just a little 2-bar intro. Right there is where my first verse starts. So I hit Y, and double click on that, and I can hit VR for verse. Okay, let's keep going. So here's my verse. Let's just save a little time here and go find the chorus. Okay, so the chorus hits at 15, so let's line up right on 15, hit Y, double click, and we'll just hit CH for chorus. There we go. Okay, so now down here I can see where my second verse is going to start. So I'll click there, I'll hit Y, double click, and I'm going to hit VR2. Now I've got verse 2. All right, so let's go down to where the second chorus hits. It's going to be right here. Okay, so line up there, hit Y, double click, I'll hit CH2. Okay, so that's chorus 2. All right. This would be the end of the second chorus, and it's going to go into a down chorus. Let's see right where that hits. Okay, so there's the down chorus at 47. So I line up on that, hit Y, double click, and I just put WDN for down, short for down chorus. So here's my little down chorus. All right, now we're gonna be coming to where the band comes back in. Okay, so we'll go here, line up on that, hit Y, double click, and I'm just going to put band in. So that just is like saying that the whole band comes back in there. Okay, so that's basically it. and that's the outro too. It'll end on 1 of this last measure here. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so you'll also have an end marker here, and you can just use that to say where you want the song to actually stop. And an easy way, like if you've done a fade, an easy way to see, where it should stop is just look at your fade down here. We can make this channel bigger if we want, so it's easier to see. And you can see where 0 is here. It's gone all the way down, and you can just take your marker and just line it right up on that. Easy way to do that. So now when you go to mix this down, you're going to want to change your start point. Okay, you want to come and listen to, I like to turn that auto align off there so I can set it up exactly where I want it. So that's too long. Let's make it pretty short. There we go. That's about right. Okay. So that is markers. And one thing that I do want to show you real quick, just in case you make modifications to your track that you're producing along the way and the measures have changed, or where the verse hits or where the chorus hits has changed. Or maybe you added 2 bars to your verse or whatever it is. What you can do is if you take your finger, by the way, this little ruler here, you can slide your finger up and down your mouse or whatever you happen to have. This ruler will get bigger or smaller. I'm going to make it small so I can go ahead and highlight all of those at the same time. Okay, now I'll make it a little bit bigger. Let's say I added 2 measures to my verse. Well, what I could do is, or 2 measures to the intro, let's say. Okay, so I can move them all now, right down to 7. I am going to want that to snap. So, all right, if I added 4 measures to my intro, I can move them all. So now I've got an additional 4 measures there, but all of my markers will line up properly. Okay, so that's a way that you can move them all at the same time, and that'll save you. Let me just hit undo. That'll save you a little bit of time. Okay, so I hope that's helpful for you on markers in Studio 1.5. Again, my name is Jed Demlow with Jed Demlow Productions in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm a singer-songwriter producer here. I have an extensive library of top-lining tracks for country songwriters. For those of you that are new to that concept, top-lining tracks are complete tracks that songwriters just write their lyrics over. It's become hugely popular, very popular here in Nashville. So check it out at jeddemlowproductions.com if you're a country music songwriter, or if you're looking to produce a song that you have written, contact me, because we can get it done here in Nashville with some of the best players in the world, and we can do it affordably. So that's it for me today, and I'll be talking to you again real soon.